Hey everyone, Sanjay here from Contriver podcast and you're listening to Cons and Show episode number 60, that is 60. Yeah. So today we are going to discuss about why should you buy debt instead of a dividend. So you should never think about giving a dividend for any shareholders or anyone else in your entire life or in a particular company. It might be employees, it might be shareholders. I'll let you know why is that. Let's get started. What's the difference between a debt and a dividend? Both of those starts with D. They might be similar, right? No, not really. So first thing, debt is nothing but you just buy some money or some funds from someone else and you just repay them with respect to the time period and the interest. That depends upon their particular, that depends upon the type of debt that you are buying. For debt, it could be somewhere like a house mortgage or something else like a gold, or you can give something else for a debt, or there are people who can give you debt just for just believing your idea and all that. Whereas dividend, what is a dividend? Dividend is nothing but, let's say I'll just buy you're holding a phone or a computer. Yeah. So in your company, let's say you're manufacturing the phone that you are holding or the computer that you are watching it right now. So what happens? Dividends in the sense, even though if you just sell one particular phone from your company, you just give some percentage of profit to one particular person. That is dividend. So this is the difference between a debt and a dividend. Sounds like a commerce term, but this is it. So dividend is something that a share that you give out of your profit, and debt is nothing but you buy some money and at the end you'll just repay that with interest. Whereas this dividend, if the company goes down or any loss occur, the dividend cannot be paid. That's the advantage, as well as there are lots of disadvantages too. I'll tell you what are those disadvantages. So I have seen there are lots of startups or there are lots of companies who just offer dividend for their employees or their shareholders just to raise the initial fund. But my take on it is, you're just giving a part of your company and just working for them. It's not just your company anymore, it's their company that you are working on. Let's say, but you might tell me that no, my company is my company and I'm just giving some 10% of dividend out of it. That 10%, when you start working and build your own empire, let's say that particular shareholder or that particular employee just gives you a money that is worth of 1 million. 1 million. That has 6 figures. Okay, so 1 million is nothing but 10 lakhs USD in India. So what happens when you get that and when you start spending it? Let's say at the end of 10th year, you just promise that you give them somewhere around 20% of dividend. And what happens? Your company will be grown and it will be making a profit of somewhere around 200 billion. Billion is 9 figures, that is 1 and 9 zeros. Million is 1 and 6 zeros. I just have to make it clear. He just gave you 1 with 6 zeros, an amount of $1 million, and your company after 10 years it's worth somewhere around 2 with 9 zeros, that is 2 billion. Now let's say you just have 20% dividend that is to be given every year to that particular shareholder. So at the end of 10th year, you should be paying that particular shareholder a sum of 400 million 400 with 6 zeros apart from that 400. Okay, so is that really worth taking that debt? Giving that particular dividend to that particular shareholder or to that particular employee? Because let's say if they have really worked, if they have put their hard work to develop your company for 20% completely, it's fine to give that 20%. I completely agree that. But most of the shareholders, they just give you some money, or the employee, they just work saying that I get a dividend out of this company. And once they get enough money, they will just take the profit and leave. This is what happened to many people, and I have read about them. And this is what happened to one of my business that I was running. So one of the shareholders just quit, and one of my business partner just said, I want to quit. And we just gave him everything, almost everything that we have kept in a reserve. So this is my own experience, and there are tons of experience out there in the world who have faced just because they agreed to sign in dividend rather than taking the debt. So the best time to take funds or the best time to take debt is when you don't need it. Yeah. So I'll give you a great example of the great man's life story, Stanley, his creation Marvel Cinematic Universe, or the entire Marvel universe, not just MCU or not just Marvel comics. The entire Marvel characters has been almost been created by Stanley. We'll talk about him in our next video. It's gonna be a great, interesting video. So let's discuss that in our next video. Until then, it's me Sanjay signing off from Contriver podcast, and drop down your thoughts in comments below, and do share this video with your friends. You can follow me in any social media like Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, everything. And we'll see you tomorrow at sharp 4, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.